Well, hey, my friend, do you struggle with whether or not you should be giving away your art or giving discounts to friends and family? Lots of artists do. It doesn't feel great, and I'm going to talk about some ways that you can begin to combat that today here on 5-Minute Mentoring. Well, hey, my friend, so glad that you are with me today here on 5-Minute Mentoring. You know, I'm talking to artists every day inside of our mentoring program, and I'm watching Facebook and looking at Facebook posts. And a friend of mine today actually put a post up bemoaning the fact that one of her friends was asking, for a discount on their artwork that she had created. And you're like, oh, I feel weird, all this kind of stuff. And it brings back all these memories of so many questions that I've had over the years from artists online in the mentoring program at conferences about, Matt, I'm creating art. I'm doing the best I can. I'm loving Jesus, trying to start my art business and get it off the ground or grow it. But I feel this pressure to give discounts or give away my art to friends and family or people at church. And I don't know what to do. Help, help, help. Because on one side, people feel this pressure that, this is a gift from God and you should give everything away. And on the other side, people are like, I got to pay the bills. I got to grow my business. I got to pay for supplies. And so amid all of that, it's a big issue. I wanted to give you a few things that I gave my friend actually on the Facebook comment today. I want to give you a few things that I think will be helpful for you as you begin to navigate these waters. All right. The first thing is this. Most artists who struggle with this think that it's their family or friends' fault, when in actuality, get ready, I know, it's actually because most artists train their friends and family and church folks and that sort of thing. They train them to do this. Why? Well, because they don't value their own art. See, if you don't value your own art, if you're not confidently pricing it the way it should be, if you're not taking your art seriously, if you're not treating it like the gift of God that it is in your life and the vehicle through which God wants to bless you financially so that you can not only do the thing that you're called to do, but also be a blessing to others, then guess what? Other people don't take it seriously as well. And when other people don't take it seriously, they think, oh, yeah, sure. She's just creating her little hobby thing on the side, or his little thing that he does that he just gives away to everybody. And so they end up treating you like you have trained them. But once you begin to take your art seriously, once you begin to price it in a way that makes sense, once you begin to confidently pursue it, when you have studio time, when you're, creating great art, when you're taking classes, or when you're out there at shows and you start portraying that, hey, I'm a serious artist. I have a business. Guess what? People take notice, and they all of a sudden start realizing, oh yeah, this is their business. This is not just that little thing they do on the side. This is actually their business. It's how they make their living. And you begin to talk about that in that way to your friends and family, so that in a nonchalant kind of way, just as a matter of conversation, you're talking about your art as your business, as the way you make your living, not just as this little thing that you do on the side. You'll be amazed when that kind of conversation begins to just be the normal conversation of your life. Most of the time, people will start to get the hint and begin to treat you and see your art differently. All right. Now, for those that don't, and we all know we have that crazy cousin or that aunt or our mom and dad or, whoever it might be that doesn't quite get the hint. That's when you've got to be entirely comfortable to set some boundaries. It is entirely appropriate for you to be able to say, oh, you know what? I wish I could give a discount to everybody, but this is how I make my living. And when I think about my supplies and my studio time and all that sort of thing, plus trying to make money from my art, I'm just not able to, but I'm sure you understand that. And, this is how I make my living. And you can totally do it in a way that, again, is life-giving, but is completely clear. All right. Don't get into this thing of, well, okay, maybe, and well, should I? And oh, I feel bad about it and all that. No, you don't. Listen, you don't have to feel bad for charging prices that are market prices and taking your art seriously and letting other people know what's appropriate for you. That doesn't mean you're being ugly. That doesn't mean you're being hard to deal with. That just means you're setting a boundary, and other people in your life that are healthy individuals should absolutely recognize you. Number 3, I would say your real friends and family who love you and want God's best for you, when they know that you're serious about this, they shouldn't want to ask for discounts. They should want to be paying full price. And so again, a lot of times this is an internal thing that artists are dealing with. You may feel like, oh, I should do it, but you should never, ever, ever give a discount or give your art away out of compulsion. You know, I think the Bible is really, really clear, especially when it talks about giving. You should give out of a heart to bless. You should give out of a heart of generosity. And if you want to give your art to somebody at church, to somebody that you feel like the Lord tells you to give it to, or to a family member as a gift, listen, complete freedom. Absolutely feel the complete freedom to do that. But never, ever, 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 ever do it out of guilt or shame or compulsion because somebody's making you feel bad or because you feel like you should. The last thing I would say is this: when you learn to actually price your art in a way that has profit built into every piece that you're creating, and yes, that is absolutely possible, what happens is, number one, you begin to take yourself more seriously. Number two, other people see that as well because they look on your website, they see your prices, they're like, oh, okay, he or she, you know, they're legit artists. They're doing this as their business. Number three, though, you are beginning to buy yourself time and energy and focus. Why? Because when you sell your art for a reasonable price, you're building profit into your business. That means that you can quit that part-time job. That means that you're not running around like a chicken with your head cut off trying to figure out how you're going to pay for your next art supplies. That means when it comes to doing something like joining the mentoring program or coming to a conference or class to learn and to grow as an artist, you're not scrounging for money. Why? Because you're actually charging the prices that you need to charge in order to build your art business, to receive the financial blessing that God has for you, and so that you can turn around and be a blessing to others. Now, listen, I know that might be a lot of information about pricing your art and that sort of thing. And you may start thinking, oh my gosh, I wonder if I'm even pricing my art in the way that I need to. Listen, there's a book for that. I wrote it. It's called How to Price Your Art. It's a super, look how small that is, super small book that you can grab right now at the link below. Not only is there the print book, there's a Kindle version, there's an audio version. I've even got a 90-minute training that's super inexpensive that you can actually go through, watch me go through pricing art, teaching you the formula that I've taught for years in my own art business, as well as artists in the mentoring program. Plus, in the book and the training, I talk about all of the other ancillary issues that affect pricing and that are the things that really allow you to start charging higher and higher prices, meaning that you get more time, more focus, more energy, more resources to do the thing that God has called you to do as an artist. Listen, all that's available right now. You can click the links below and grab any of those that make sense for you. Bottom line is, don't feel the pressure to give discounts and to give away your art when that's not what's on your heart. Do what God's called you to do. Receive the financial blessing. Grow a business that can become the vehicle through which God blesses you, and then he blesses others through you. All right? I love you, my friend. Until next time, remember, you were created to thrive. Bye.